Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Novabor.
And Maximus Black.
And we're the fine folks of LifeSaglitchtv coming to you from the fine locale of Canuckville, Canada. And this is, of course, another Will Cheese Fail
Machinima edition.
Machinima edition. Mr. Maximus Black.
Yes.
Hit me up with just, just give me an old school noise. A little delayed on the second half of that noise.
Thought I'd switch it up just a little bit.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Down here in the bottom position, we're looking at the red Protoss inverted.
Yep.
And over here in the left position of Shatter Temple, we're looking at the blue Protoss Sponge.
Sponge.
Now, Protoss, not a whole lot of options for cheesing, especially against another Protoss. You're looking at a cannon or a proxy gate.
Yep. So I'm sure it's going to be one or the other.
One or the other.
Unless these guys think a 4-gate is considered a cheese, which I hope that's not the case this time, because that's happened a few times. But and this is an interesting place for a first pylon against a Protoss, so maybe blue will be the cheeser. But as of right now, oh, there she be. Yep.
Boom.
Very interesting play by Sponge, because he's now used 200 minerals on pylons this early in the game.
Yeah.
Like, the first pylon should be your proxy, and then you still shouldn't have another pylon until later on after you've already produced some zealots.
No, exactly.
So he's taking, like, this.
He's already taking
He's already
away,
delayed his first gateway at this point, what I'm trying to get at.
I get, yeah, the only benefit of having that first pylon in the base is just to make it look like on the initial scout that he's not doing anything suspicious.
Dude, by the time Inverted gets to this base, he's going to go, why is there a random pylon there?
And
with
nothing
no
else. Yeah, like it's not going to really help him at all.
Yeah.
And so, but that's really the only thing that would help him with.
So if you guys are going to cheese, don't get two pylons
just
first.
Just go for it.
One pylon,
one
your
gateway,
and
then giver.
And then your second gate if you want to do two, but that's up to
Exactly.
you. So yeah, Sponge definitely going to be the cheeser here. Unfortunately, Inverted not scouting correctly. You can't spawn in close positions.
You can't spawn in close positions, and so that's immediately, you don't have to do that. You just go across the map or directly to your left in this case, and those are the only two positions that you need to be concerned about.
Yep.
And so that's just a sign of this probably not being.
I like the fact that he's got an assimilator and he's getting gas there. So he's like
virtually, yeah.
He's only got one probe in there, so he's only halfway doing it. He's like, okay, well maybe if I get an assimilator and put a probe in there, he won't actually think that I'm cheesing him. But I don't have a gateway in here, and there's only one probe in my assimilator, so he's gonna think, what the is going on in here? He must be cheesing.
So he's sort of playing mind games without actually playing mind games.
Yeah, and he's also like 7 years old.
Yeah, apparently 7 years old and drinking whiskey daily.
Yeah,
by the sounds of it.
Yeah,
great combination.
He's also going to chuck down another gateway here just to, maybe if he plays it off, if he said, sorry, I was AFK.
But he's not going to do it with just any probe. He's going to do it with
the one that's running around.
With the one that's like running around.
So there goes another 150 minerals.
Apparently he clicked on the one to go kill that probe, but then shift-clicked it to build that gateway.
Yeah, he is too, look.
So until that probe dies, that gateway will not be built.
There goes 150 minerals.
There's one gateway down. He's probably wondering why the other one hasn't been built yet.
Oh, wow.
That's a bit of a fail. All right, well, here we go. It looks like he's finally going to push in 5 minutes into the game. We're going to see this proxy gate come to fruition. 3 Bob the Zealots walking up the ramp now. We have a Stalker and a Zealot here, Bob and Steve, just hanging out at the top of the base here for Inverted. And they're going to get caught a little bit off guard. The Zealot's going to go down really quick.
No micro at
all. And still no micro.
Just move the Stalker a little bit.
Nope.
Unbelievable.
Nope. 0 micro.
Unbelievable.
But okay, well, it's not that unbelievable. Look at the caliber we're seeing here.
Yeah, it's not actually.
It's these guys are not grandmasters.
He's going right after the pylon, which is always good to see. He's going to take down one. It looks like we are going to have a supply block. If he takes out all these pylons, these 4 gates are not actually going to get warp gate. And this actually could be some serious trouble for Inverted.
Warp gate is almost finished. He did crawl away just to get to the end. And will it get actually finished? I don't know. It's going to be very close. And it just finished right in the nick of time. And that's unfortunate.
That is.
None of them are going to get put up right now. The probe immediately going out there.
Stalker now.
Very nice. Now he's assigned to micro. And look at that. We got 3 pylons going down here to replace the ones that got taken out to get those warp gates back in operational. So, that's basically the best you can do. Why is he not attacking probes?
All you need to do is have one Zealot chase that one Stalker. That Stalker has such low health It only need one zealot to do that, and
no, not the pylons.
Then get your other zealots to do some damage on that probe line.
Attack the probes.
Well, it looks like he's gonna go after these pylons again, which you know what could be okay because this one isn't powered. He hasn't put in warp on this warp gate on this gateway, and it looks like he's gonna be unpowered again. Is this stalker actually gonna be able to warp in? And it does. So now he has 2 stalkers against these zealots. It's gonna be close if he can micro correctly. Who am I kidding? He's not going to micro correctly. He might be able to survive this. We take a look over here at Sponge. He is rebuilding a couple more gateways, or building a couple of gateways, not rebuilding, or finally getting that. Maybe that probe finally died. And I
don't know, but what I do know is that this entire time, he has been pylon sniping when he needs to be killing probes. Look at the probe line right now.
There we go.
Oh,
now
finally,
now it's getting owned.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just send a couple of zealots in there. That will do more than enough damage.
Oh, that's game.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of damage done to that line.
We take a look at the units tab right now. 18 probes to 3.
2, 1.
Oh, sour about that. And Sponge is sitting on 1,200 minerals.
Oh, dear. Okay, so he's been very focused on controlling those zealots the entire time it's in this base, and at the very least...
Now, I got a question. Controlling them as in right-clicking for them on one stalker, going around in circles as in control?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
And then also shift-clicking to build a pylon.
That as well. Makes
but only
sense.
after that unit dies can it build that pylon.
Gateway.
Well, wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, hey! Look, there it is! You drew them right to your proxy. So, we now have the proxy going to be taken care of. He's going to leave the zealots to do most of that damage by the looks of it.
Hey, look, a smart player splitting his units.
Yes! Great success, Inverted. Well done, sir.
Well, looks like...
I'm not sure what league this is in, but I could probably guess that it's somewhere in and around...
between the special needs
and silver.
Yeah, it's around there. That's okay, though. We love them all.
We absolutely do.
And you know what? I actually think Inverted is going to be okay here. Sorry for cheese. No problem. Good defend. So it looks like...
well, at least there's no BM.
I mean, it's always good to see Manners. I think he's realized he's dead. He's sitting on 1,200 minerals. Warp Gate research is not going. Here comes the Zealots. He needs to take off all the probes off the line in order to try and survive this attack. There is a lot of Zealots, and that Artosis is going to go down. Nothing is powered, and it looks like the tides have turned, and now Inverted is the one building pylons all around the place, trying to regain power. And wow, the irony is thick. Just so thick, and it looks like Sponge soaked up a little bit more than he could handle.
Were you holding on to that the whole game?
I was
you were holding on to that.
Holding on to
you were waiting for the opportunity for that to happen.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? It's acceptable.
Oh, you're damn right it is.
That was acceptable.
I've done a lot of shit pun in my time.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was up there. Look at the pylons!
Well, he's got 1,200 minerals.
He just pylon all of the things, everywhere pylons, and he's not going to be able to keep up, though. I think basically there's way too many units in here for Inverted for that to come to anything. He's even warping in units to the high ground now. He has his proxy.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Oh, yeah, all those probes have been gone. He sent those zealots in there a while ago. They're all destroyed. And at this point, it's basically GG no re here for Sponge. He's not going to be able to do anything.
What does AO mean?
He is valiantly... I don't know.
Just got a shiver. My nipples are hard. I can feel it.
Great.
Yep.
That's not awkward.
Whenever I get the shivers like that, my nipples get hard. Do yours?
I don't know. I don't normally pay attention to things like that.
Well, I don't pay attention.
Maybe.
I can feel it on my shirt.
Maybe it does. These guys are having a grand old conversation, but Inverted will actually win the game here, and Sponge leaves the game, finally. You know what?
What?
It almost kills me that Inverted won this game.
Won that game?
Because...
Listen, man. All it took was one forge and about 5 cannon. The guy was sitting on bajillion minerals.
Not even 5.
Yeah. All he needed to do was go, oh shit, my macro sucks. I better just put down a bunch of cannons. The dude was down to 3 probes. 3 probes.
He just had basically what he was attacking with.
That was it.
If
he would have held this off,
reinforcements.
Yeah. If he would have held this off,
he's okay.
Game. But unfortunately,
he could walk right up the ramp.
Yep.
Had a grand old time pylon sniping him, returning the favor.
I like that.
I do.
I like that, and I also like the fact that they were manner about it.
Absolutely.
I like some good sportsmanship.
You definitely do not see that all that often.
Don't get me wrong. I like douchebags on here that I can make fun of and say you suck.
Definitely.
And quit the game of StarCraft.
Exactly.
But in cases like this, I have to say, well, you know what? They're having some good old fun.
Yep.
They're not taking the game too serious. The guy got owned, but he was a good sport about it.
Exactly. I'm going to give it a little golf clap, 2-finger golf clap. That just sounds like balls clapping. Every time I do this, I forget that eventually, if you can't see the hands, that literally just sounds like ball clapping.
Mine usually sounds like this.
Are you a rabbit? Mine's more like...
That sounds painful. Whoa! Huh?
GG.
Dude, that sounded like... That sounded like that time when I was in the tent with that girl when I was 17, and they don't know what to do down there when it comes to HJs.
And so that's what it was.
That's what it was.
It's punching bag.